Just took delivery of this item for the front of the bus. This is the belly pan for the underside, actually for a left-hand drive vehicle. The hole being for the steering box fluid to drain. So I'll fill that up at some point and convert it to the other side. A little bit of work. Just started the welding up mission now, so I've got these two pieces welded in and I've got another hole forming and developing there. I've actually got a piece welded on the rear of this chassis rail, as there was a hole formed behind this bracket, and also the bigger piece that had to go in, and I've had to weld around where the axle beam nut passes through the chassis rail also. Trying to get things a little bit more tidy in between jobs as well, so I'm clearing off the first coat of grease and oil off of the front beam here, and I'm using a chemical called gunk, which is just a degreaser, just to get that first layer off. Mocking up the chassis rail again now, and I'm just testing out how the throttle linkage is going to be passing through the two pieces of the rail, see if it's got enough clearance. Hopefully you can see it's just fouling on that inside rail a little bit, so I'm just going to have to bore that hole out a little bit more. So I've now elongated both of those holes so the throttle rod should pass through without any trouble. And now what I'm going to do is, every so often, is drill a hole both on the top and the bottom of the chassis rail, just so I can plug weld both the sections together. But before I do any welding of these pieces to get them together, I will actually take it apart and pour 15 inside, just to save me the egg of getting brushes in the parts I can't reach. Managed to mark and cut out a new section of cab floor just in front of that pedal assembly, and they're my marks, hopefully where I'll be able to put the rib sections in, make it a little bit stronger. So what I'm doing here is removing the old accelerator rod bracket and making way for the new one that's a bolt-on affair. But while trying to remove this one, it was showing a few signs of wear, so the actual plug welds were pulling through the metal. So I thought the best option was just to cut around those old sections, re-weld them in, and then I'll mark the positions for the new bolt-in affair and then drill the holes. Just used the brake to angle both edges of this panel, and also made the ribs by opening up the vise to the desired gap and using brute force with a hammer.